Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has urged calm as the search for missing Kenyan fishermen continues following last Saturday's attack in Todonyang near the Kenya-Ethiopia border. 2 bodies were recovered on Wednesday as authorities intensified efforts to find the missing persons. Murkomen linked the attack to a retaliation attack after a suspected Kenyan criminal allegedly killed 3 people on the Ethiopian side. Meanwhile, Turkana MPs have criticized the government's response, demanding enhanced security in the area. Willie Lusige reports.
6 days after more than 20 fishermen vanished in a suspected militia attack along the volatile Kenya-Ethiopia border, hope is fading. Interior Cabinet Secretary CS Kipchumba Murkomen confirmed that 2 bodies were recovered on Wednesday evening in Todonyang as the search for the missing continues. The victim, a man and a woman, both in their late 20s and early 30s, serve as a grim reminder of the growing insecurity in the region.
Unfortunately, yesterday in this search, we found that already 2 bodies were found, and the postmortem was done, and samples taken, and the families were, the bodies were buried.
Murkomen traced the roots of the deadly conflict to a chilling act of violence. A suspected Kenyan criminal allegedly killed 3 people on the Ethiopian side, igniting brutal cycle of revenge. In a retaliatory strike, attackers from the Ethiopian side ambushed Kenyans on Lake Turkana.
Very sad occurrence. Unfortunately, it happened outside our territory, so we had very little control as Kenyan authorities ourselves.
Following his visit to the area on Monday, Murkomen revealed that the government had initiated talks with the Ethiopian authorities to secure access to the conflict zone. He expressed optimism that coordinated effort involving local security teams from both Kenya and Ethiopia will pave way for progress and help restore stability in the region.
We needed a lot of negotiations to have access on that side, and I'm glad that the Ethiopian government assisted us to work on access.
But a storm is brewing. Turkana leaders in parliament are rejecting claims that the attack was a retaliatory strike, slamming the government's response as an inadequate and slow. They accuse authorities of failing to recover the victims' bodies and are now demanding immediate action. Their ultimatum is clear: deploy more coast guards to secure the area or send in military to defend the border.
Surveillance board for the Coast Guard is just one with a small capacity. Surveillance coast guards are only 8. You can imagine all that terrain across the lake. It's only 8 guards with 1 boat.
The stories we are getting is the whole area of the Omo River Delta, as it enters into Lake Turkana, is stinking of dead bodies thrown into the Lake Turkana.
But the government has called for calm and patience, assuring affected families that the search operation is underway. Willie Lusige, Citizen TV, Nairobi.